All right, these notes are continued kind of from the mouth, and then we'll go through some notes through the stomach. So this is the second set of notes. So you have like saliva glands, which start digestion, and it all depends on like pHs and stuff like that. And then your major glands here are parotid gland. This is the largest next to your ear. The other glands you don't need to know, but the submandibular gland is the floor of the mouth just inside your jaw, and the sublingual gland is under your tongue. And again, if you need to pause at any time, you can. The pharynx and esophagus is what this section is about. The pharynx, it connects your nasal and oral cavities. Your nasopharynx, this is where your auditory tubes drain into. Your oropharynx is behind your mouth. This is your passageway for air and food. The laryngopharynx is the passageway to your esophagus and larynx. As far as like stages of swallowing, you have your food chewed, and it's rolled into a mass and is forced into your pharynx. And then this triggers like nerves, which cause action. This is on page 656. Peristalsis, it transports food to your stomach through your small intestine. As far as your esophagus, it's a straight tube that's about 25 centimeters long, passes through your mediastinum. Esophageal hiatus, this is a hole in your diaphragm that your esophagus passes through. And your esophageal sphincter is between your esophagus and your stomach. So if you have like heartburn and acid reflux, you could have like esophageal problems. It might not be working correctly. As far as your stomach, it's a J shape. It's a pouch, and it's like an organ. It has different parts of the stomach would be your cardiac. This is where your esophagus empties to. Fundic, the body, and the diagram, it'll make more sense with these words. Pyloric sphincter, this is between your stomach and your intestine, and it controls the emptying of the stomach. In your gastric juice, this is all the digestive juices together. Pepsin, this is like hydrochloric acid turning into pepsin, which helps break down protein and stuff like that. You have hydrochloric acid. It doesn't absorb much, just water and alcohol. Helps with mixing and emptying. So food mixes with digestive juice to form chyme. Enterogastric reflex, it causes the stomach to push food into the duodenum. And again, if I'm talking too fast, I realize I might sometimes just pause it if you need to. As far as vomiting, this is a reflex that empties the stomach in the reverse direction, and it can be caused by irritation of your stomach lining or toxins or a rapid change in body motion. And here are those different names I was listing off. The duodenum, pyloric sphincter, the valve. You can see where the esophagus is. The cardia is right here. The fundus, the body, the greater curvature. So you guys will have a stomach quiz as well. So that's the diagram you'll look at for that. And this is just showing like the actual stomach, a real picture, and then the diagram. And then this is showing if we took a little piece out of the stomach and looked at it microscopically, that's what it would look like. Okay, as far as your pancreas, it secretes pancreatic juice. As far as the structure, the head fits into a curve of the duodenum. We have a pancreatic duct. This is a tube that runs through the pancreas and empties into the small intestine. As far as the pancreatic juice, you have amylase, which breaks down carbs into sugar, and you have lipase, which helps break down lipids. And you have all these other ones that help break up proteins and stuff like that into amino acids, but you won't have to know all of that stuff. Just the ones that are highlighted, basically. And then as far as the liver, the structure, we have two main lobes, the left and the right. It's separated by a ligament. The blood flows from the small intestine to the liver on the hepatic portal vein. And you have the hepatic duct, which carries bile away from the liver. The functions of it, it controls our glucose levels through insulin and glucagon, converts things to fat. It does a lot with helping us metabolize protein. It stores glycogen, iron, and vitamins A, D, and B12. It destroys red blood cells and removes toxins in your body and secretes bile. As far as bile, it's a yellowish green liquid. And we can have like bile salts, bile pigments, cholesterol, and electrolytes in that as well. Your gallbladder is a little sac on the inferior side of the liver. It's connected to a cystic duct, which joins the hepatic duct to form common bile duct, which helps empty into the small intestine or at the small intestine. And just a little bit more about it. You don't need to know for the test, but it helps reabsorb water to help concentrate that bile so you're not so like acidic. But if cholesterol precipitates, it forms gallstones. And then the function of bile salt emulsification. This is bile salt breaking down large fat globules into smaller deposits so the enzymes can work faster at breaking those down. And here's a picture of our liver, our gallbladder. You can see the pancreas here, jejunum, the bile duct and the sphincter. You can see the common hepatic duct and the cystic duct. Okay, that's where these notes will end.